Seen him go off the first time in his lifetime.
It surprised you too, huh?
It did. It did. As I said, I've never seen him do that.
Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Yes.
It was not a divorce on paper,
right,
but it was a divorce.
Will Smith's mom reportedly shared some intriguing insights about Will's recent troubles, and it appears that his life partner Jada Pinkett Smith may be a significant factor. The Smiths, especially Jada, have been causing quite a stir lately, shocking not only their fans but also those close to them. It's like they're on a mission to reveal one bombshell after another, and this has raised genuine concerns, especially for Will. In 2016, Will and Jada decided to lead separate lives, which was quite baffling. But perhaps the most astonishing event in this ongoing Smith drama was last year's Oscars. People around the world watched in sheer disbelief as Will Smith, seemingly overwhelmed by unexpected anger, took the stage and slapped the comedian Chris Rock. What makes this incident even more fascinating is the reaction it triggered from someone very close to Will, his own mother, Carolyn Smith. She was also left utterly stunned by her son's shocking actions at the 2022 Oscars. Like any concerned mother, Caroline couldn't comprehend the circumstance that led her beloved son to publicly lash out in such a manner. It left her deeply worried about Will's well-being and the influence that Jada may be having on him, allegedly. She even confronted Jada about it, so if you want to know what she said, be sure to stick around until the end of this video to find out.
I'm proud of him being him.
Carolyn Smith, in an interview, commented on her son's surprising outburst, saying he is usually a very calm and collected person. That's the first time I've ever seen him lose his cool, the first time in his entire life. I've never seen him do that. Despite the incident, she couldn't contain her pride. When her son won the Best Actor Oscar for his role as Richard Williams in King Richard, she expressed her pride, saying, "I am proud of him, of who he is. I know how hard he works. I've been waiting and waiting. And then I heard his name. I was just thrilled." Adding to the concern about relationship with Jada Pinkett, some of his friends are also troubled by recent revelations. Jada publicly acknowledged that she and Will had been leading separate lives for a while, starting in 2016 in response to these revelations. A longtime friend and former assistant to Will Smith, who had worked closely with the actor for nearly 40 years, decided to break his silence. In an interview with Comedy Hip, he delved into the personal and private aspects of Will Smith's life, focusing on his relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith. The shockwaves caused by this interview have left the public in disbelief, as the insider shared intimate details about the Smiths' relationship and the profound impact it had on his long-lasting friendship with Will. Their history dates back to 1986, when Will Smith was on the brink of fame with his hit song Parents Just Don't Understand. They met and instantly formed a connection that would endure for almost 4 decades. Their friendship was built on trust, and Bal recounted a pivotal moment from their early years when he steadfastly defended Will, solidifying the unbreakable bond they shared in those formative years. Bale saw Will Smith as an almost angelic figure, known for his generosity, always ready to lend a helping hand and committed to the betterment of those around him, both financially and in terms of career growth.
When I was working in Philadelphia at the radio station, this was 1986. 1986. Of course, Will had the Parents Just Don't Understand, and we just hit it off, man. Like, his energy at that time was amazing. My energy at that time was amazing.
This version of Will Smith served as a shining inspiration for Bilal, motivating him to become a better person as he witnessed the actor's unwavering dedication to uplifting and supporting those in his inner circle. The turning point in Will and Bilal's friendship came with the arrival of Jada Pinkett Smith in Will's life. Bilal had initial doubts about Jada's intentions, fearing she might be seeking an easy path to fame and fortune. However, he stressed the importance of giving people a chance to prove themselves before passing judgment, so he observed and waited as events unfolded. Bilal's revelations in this interview shed light on a complex, emotional, and often challenging story. It highlights the fragility and complexity of human relationships, especially those involving public figures. The transformation of Will Smith from an inspirational and altruistic figure into someone whose personal choices have sparked controversy underscores the changes that can occur even in enduring friendships. Ball's willingness to speak out, despite potential backlash and strain on his own friendship with Will, shows his deep concern for his dear friend and his genuine desire to rekindle the past. The interview continued to delve deeply into the puzzling mystery of why Will Smith remains entangled in a relationship that appears to bring him substantial emotional distress. Bale, the informant at the heart of these revelations, believes that Will may be harboring some secret he doesn't want others to know, and Jada, his partner, might be using these secrets to her advantage. This is perplexing because Will is famous and could potentially court the affection of almost any woman he desires, yet paradoxically, he seems inexplicably tethered to his failing relationship with Jada, and Bale feels that Jada has taken advantage. During the interview, Bale candidly characterized Jada as demonic, a term he used to describe her habit of systematically removing people from Will's life if she happened to disapprove of them. This assertion sheds a glaring spotlight on the extent of influence Jada wields within their relationship, effectively distancing those who once had Will's trust. Arguably one of the most astonishing revelations in the interview concerned Ball's account of overhearing a heated argument between Will and Jada. The nature of their dispute was so shocking that he felt compelled to check on his longtime friend, only to receive a decidedly acrimonious response from Will. This incident made the palpable tension within the Smith household evident. Bilal also expressed his deep concerns about Will Smith's recent behavior, suggesting that he suspects Will may be involved in substance use based on certain interviews he conducted with Jada. This is a staggering revelation, especially considering Will's long-standing reputation for clean living
And speaking out. Like I have no NDAs, so I'm able to talk freely, right? And just looking at Will's behavior over the years since he got with Jada, it's definitely put a strain on our relationship, our brothership, you know?
According to Bilal, the strain in his friendship with Will has been accumulating over several years, marking a noticeable shift in their real relationship dynamics. Interestingly, despite these internal frictions, the Smiths have invested significant sums in PR efforts to remain a facade of unity, projecting an image of marital bliss to the public. Bull's portrayal of Jada Pinkett Smith is that of a multifaceted individual who is both fractured and resolutely opinionated. He speculates that her internal conflicts and struggles may drive her inclination to dominate those around her, inadvertently causing harm her in her passionate pursuit of self-restoration. However, amid all the turmoil and startling disclosures, Bale firmly believes that both Will and Jada are ultimately seeking love through their actions. Ball firmly believes that at their core, both Will and Jada are seeking love, and their actions, even if misguided at times, stem from an innate desire for connection and affection. This underscores the fundamental human yearning for love. Bale's interview also delved further into the controversial incident involving Will Smith slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars. According to Bale, he speculates that Will's actions might have been a desperate attempt to regain Jada's affection, a move that potentially jeopardized his entire career. This amplifies the precarious nature of their relationship in Bale's eyes. He believes this incident has cast a regrettable shadow over the image of Black individuals on a broader scale, negatively impacting their collective representation. They were separated. Will was trying to do something to have that moment right. You got to look at it. Will was 3 minutes away from what he's worked 30 years for the validation of 30 years work for work. You know what I'm saying? It looks like this incident also had an impact on someone important that he had forgotten: his mother, Carolyn Smith. Will Smith's mom spoke to her local news in Philadelphia about the moment her son smacked Chris Rock at the Oscars. Moreover, Bale's explosive interview with Comedy Hype has unveiled the inner workings of Hollywood, specifically the complex and tumultuous relationship between Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. With the upcoming release of Bale's book titled Will Smith: Demonic Circle, entertainment industry is on the brink of significant transformation in how it perceives and understands the Smith, as well as the darker side of the entertainment world. However, Bale revealed that writing and releasing his expose was not without its share of peril. He faced threats, including those of a lethal nature. The release of his book, promising to reveal some of the most astonishing secrets hidden within the entertainment industry, has sent shockwaves not only through the Smiths' lives but Also across the power structures in Hollywood, potentially challenging prevailing narratives in Bale's narrative, Jada Pinkett Smith emerges as a complex personality, a mix of fragility and unyielding determination. Her internal struggles seem to have paved the way for her to assert control over those around her, often causing collateral damage as she endeavors to piece herself back together. Meanwhile, fans have been speculating about what Jada might be allegedly holding against Will to make him too scared to leave her. Some believe that Will's actions cannot be solely attributed to Jada, suggesting that he had his own reasons for the choices he made in pursuit of fame and success. In any case, Will Smith recently refuted his claims during her book lecture in Baltimore. He surprised her by making an appearance and declaring his love and devotion towards her. This unexpected gesture left fans with mixed feelings about their enigmatic marriage. The ongoing mystery of Will and Jada's relationship continues to perplex fans, leaving them unable to fully understand why Jada repeatedly puts Will in uncomfortable situations, and yet he steadfastly stands by her side. So what do you think about all this? Do you believe his former assistant was too harsh? Or do you think it's fair for his mother to talk to Jada? Share your thoughts in the comments, and while we wait for more news, be sure to subscribe and check out the next video for more interesting gossip from Hollywood.